So when are our 12 ready? When can we send them to do what we've been doing with them? To go love others like Jesus loves his 12. If we're called to demonstrate, to communicate, to embody the teachings of Jesus, then we're called to move others, especially our 12, towards obedience. And in turn, there will come a time when those who are ready will go do the same. But when are they ready? When we look at Jesus' 12, they certainly did not look ready, at least not in the ways that we tend to think about readiness. The last thing that Jesus said in his final mandate, after the greatest miracle of all time, resurrection from the dead, defeating sin and death, he tells his 11, that's who's left, his 11, that it's their turn. And just before he gives this commission, we're told that those followers of his, the ones he's been loving since the beginning, the ones that he's said, hey, go do what I do. As I was sent, I send you. A new command I give you, to love others as I have loved you. That group, it says in that group, some doubted. Some doubted. They didn't have it all figured out. And yet, that didn't disqualify them from this final mandate of Jesus, to go teach others how to be obedient to following Jesus. But it didn't disqualify them, then it doesn't disqualify us either. It doesn't disqualify our 12 either. See, our temptation, I think, for a lot of us is to have a list of standards. This is what it means to be ready. Church attendance, religious experience, biblical literacy, or some sort of sin management plan. And really, it's all just a sign. We just want some signs of spiritual maturity. But Jesus' 12 teach us that sentness, our sentness and the sentness of our 12, they teach us that participation is what leads to purpose, and purpose leads to passion, and passion leads to engagement. Engagement with those things that we typically put out as standards. See, participation in being sent doesn't require maturity. Maturity follows participation. I'm going to say it again. Participation doesn't require maturity. Maturity follows participation. When our 12 love their 12, like Jesus loved his 12, they will grow. Sentness is not determined by our readiness. Sentness is determined by God. And when someone in our 12 has a commitment and a desire and a conviction to learn to love Jesus as their ruler and rescuer, it seems like Jesus is saying they're sent. And here's the reality of all that too. We are not alone. Jesus promised his disciples that he would be with them to the end of the age, that he would send his Spirit. We're not alone, and neither are our 12, neither are your 12. You are there, and God's Spirit will be there. So the things that qualify us, the things that qualify them, aren't this long list of standards. It's a desire to follow after Jesus. How that conversation goes and when it happens may be different for all of our 12. But regardless, there comes that time when they are sent.